welcome to another edition of the BGN Aquariums Fishkeeper Club. A collection of people from all over the world gather and we talk all kinds of things, fish and everything in the end, but we try to keep it fish-based, but it does go everywhere. So stay around. Hope everybody's had a good few days. Hope everyone's had a great weekend, to be perfectly honest. Just waiting for a few to come in and then we will see where it goes. So I have moved my microphone, so I'm kind of hoping the sound's a little bit better in here. So let's see. Kind of thinking about looking at getting some black hoodies as well, like this, but not one of them. Good evening, Dane. How are you doing, buddy? Good evening, Ian. Hope you're having a great evening. How's them new fish, Dane? I've been looking. I have been looking. I saw it actually. I've joined Tropco. I'm following Tropco on Facebook, and yeah, I've started seeing like the inside of there, and that is pretty mad. They come tomorrow. Oh, mate, Reese. Good evening, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Have we any more additions to the guppy tanks, Reese? What? I'm sure you must have. I will show the tank in a bit. The rainbow tank's settled down now. I made the Anubius. He's looking all right, actually. It's kind of sorting itself out after Saturday, because they thought that Saturday they end up rescaping the entire rainbow fish tank. That's not how it was supposed to go, but that is how it went. And to be honest now, kind of glad it went that way. More fry. Nice, mate. Oh, that's a daily thing with the amount of guppies you've got, I can imagine. I've got to admit, mate, I've got a fair few fry myself. Got 2 lots of Crebensis parents in the rainbow tank, which is pretty mad to say the disturbance that it had. So me disturbing the tank on the right-hand side on Saturday has not affected them Crebensis whatsoever. They're still there, so that's good. And then some have materialised on the left-hand side as well, and that ended up getting kind of decimated as well, didn't it, on Saturday? So for them to spawn a few days after, all good. Found some fry in the 407 as well. Did they survive it, Reese? Did they survive it? I have ended up putting some foam over mine, but I think there is still a way in there. Snails seem to get in there all right. So yeah, so the rainbow tank, now it's settling in. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. I'm kind of happy that I've done it. I know it is the same layout. I've just removed rocks, so it's gone lower. But it's just opened it up so much. I thought that the wave maker might start affecting the rainbows, because obviously I've taken out any of the obstructions, and it hasn't. The rainbows are loving it. So the wave maker is on the wrong side, but only because of how it affected the rainbows last time. So it is kind of, it's on the same side as the outlet for the filter. So but you are getting that circulation at the end of the day. So it's all that matters. I can tell you, I fed them about 20 minutes ago. So there's always little bits in the water, and I always mainly feed frozen food nowadays. So yeah, but it's looking good. So yeah, I'll show you around. Good evening, Tracy. Hope you're well. They survived. That's good news, mate. That's good news. I think they're pretty hardy anyway, aren't they, guppies? Guppy fry. I used to get like when I first set up the rainbow tank, before it became a rainbow tank, there was shrimp in there, and on a large scale, shrimp are dead easy on a large tank, because obviously the volume of water, it's very hard for the conditions to affect anything. But yeah, I used to constantly find shrimp in the filter. Good evening, Diogo. Hope you're well. What care should you take with a Nubius when you're buying it? If it depends who you're buying it off, mate, really. If you're buying it from Tropica, you're fine if it's in the blister packs. But you've just got, it's like with all live plants, mate, you've kind of got to be a little bit careful for bringing in things like Hydra and Planaria. So some people say like a bleach dip, but I don't know about that. I've never fancied doing that, mate, to be honest. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Maybe give them a good wash off, because it depends if you want snails in your tank, mate. You tend to find a lot of plants that go in there will have snail eggs on there, but that's not the issue. Snails, is it? It's the Planaria and the Hydra you need to be careful for. So yeah, maybe give them a good wash off first, mate. Or I'd probably tempt fate, because I don't, but I'm kind of have confidence in where I buy my plants from, and that's probably not a good thing to have, really. But where I got some Rotala like 10, it'll be actually 2 weeks ago, and when I've come home from work, I've had to trim it all down, and I've replanted some, and yeah, it's just grown wild. But I get them off and kind of like this. The normal plants I get from a shop near me, and then the more extra, like a little bit more special plants I'll buy online. But Shri Russia, hello, how are you doing? Yeah, Tracy, I'm fine, mate, thank you. Yeah, I've been working, so you know what that is. Just noticed I got a chip on my cup as well. Just noticed. That's not good. So yeah, good evening, Will. How you doing, mate? Sorry, I started choking then on my I've gone for a hot chocolate tonight rather than a coffee. I did have a coffee when I came home from work, but I've kind of opted for a hot chocolate tonight. How's the tank build holding up, Will? So Will's made his own silicon, his own tank together. So just so you know. Braver than me, I don't think I'd be able to do it. But then again, you see, I remember when I did the ceiling in my bathroom. So I wouldn't even attempt to do it. I wouldn't even attempt to do a fish tank, because my bathroom ceiling's terrible. Looks like a 2-year-old's done it that was drunk. To be honest, not good. It's holding. That's good, mate. That's good. I need a lid before I try heat. No, I'm kind of intrigued, mate, about how you've made your own heater as well. Mike, good evening, buddy. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Mike's the matchmaker in in the stream. Tried his best on what day was it? Was it Friday? Was it Friday? It's Friday, wasn't it? When our mate came in. So yeah, Saturday was a bit of a crazy one. So what had happened during the week, I think it had probably happened around about Thursday, I'd moved the wave maker onto the other side because it had been affecting the rainbows. So when I turned it on, it was great. But over the next 24 hours, it kind of pushed the Anubias. There was a massive clump of Anubias. And when I say a massive clump, I mean like when I took it out, there was 2 bucket loads. And it had kind of blown it. And then it pulled a rock over. God damn, so lucky that as it's fallen onto the glass, the Anubias has cushioned it. Imagine coming home from work to that. Oh, God, that'd been a nightmare, wouldn't it? So Saturday, I decided that I was going to take that rock out, and we'll drop the lower the Anubias. So we kind of did that, and then the big clump of Java fern on the other side, because that sat on a rock. That didn't look right, so we ended up taking that out as well. And yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'll show around in a minute. I'll just finish this. If I put this down, it'll end up going cold. Yeah, Friday, mate. Friday. Good evening, Sam. How's it going, buddy? Hopefully the sound's a bit better as well. I have repositioned the mic, so can you hear me okay, guys? I think I may have just... I'm talking about getting the sound better, and I think I muted you. I'm really good with modern technology. Cheers, Tracer. Look, I've moved it. Well, I've kind of moved it to the front after what we were saying. I think that guy was saying that the sound on my long videos isn't good. But I thought the sound on my videos was okay, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, he'd come on. Right, so on Saturday, this guy came in stream and he said, just watched your video on the black shark. Really, really good, but your sound needs sorting out. And I thought the sound's been all right on my long form videos. That's the first time someone's complained about the sound in probably about 12 months. Because I filmed my long form on a GoPro. So I bought the media kit. So it's just a directional mic. So I kind of when he said that, I was like, I have played it through. And I know in the air pump video from the week before, I know the sound kind of does drop out a little bit there because I'd put the camera, in the cabinet filming the pump for when I put it on, because I wanted the mic to pick up if there was any sound. Yeah. So I obviously, while I'm talking, I know the sound died off a little bit there, but I'm not the BBC, you know what I mean? I'll get a better camera as time goes on. But yeah, he kind of said the sound was a bit off. Videos I watched, the sound's fine. Yeah, thanks, Tracer. To be honest, it's kind of what I thought. It's just, yeah, a little bit. It kind of made me think, well, what? I thought the sound was okay. But yeah, I think the sound's okay. To be honest, the media kit that you get for the GoPro, at first, I didn't think it was really going to do anything, but the sound's massively improved. You do get, I suppose you get people. So someone came in the other week and said that Keeping Fish Simple had been talking about my channel, and I don't know, man. I don't think he was. Me and Will have discussed it on here anyway, especially. But you do get some people that try and come in, and not everyone's decent, are they? You get some little ones that come in and troll you a little bit. So I suppose you've got to expect that when we dive into the shorts feed. So what I'll do, I'll show you this rainbow tank now because it's looking pretty good. I'll just dink you around. So I'll come a bit of distance first. But yeah, it's kind of settling in really well, to be perfectly honest. I don't know how long the lotus is gonna stay really bushy at the bottom like that, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I've still not sorted out that pipe work though. And the pipe work I'm on about is that electric blue stuff there and the electric blue stuff there. I have got clear stuff. I have bought a roll of clear stuff, so I kind of need to sort that out for sure. And then we'll go, might as well do a tour in it. So Angel Tank, obviously the one I sit in front of doing this lives. There is my let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. A little starlight, my female starlight pleco there. Quite honoured, because normally as soon as I come near with the camera, it buggers off. So as you can see the sag? It's kind of fading away. So can anyone remember what kind of crypt this is? Is it Wendertai green? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up just doing that straight across, because the sag is definitely struggling. It's dead low light, you see. There's only one light on it. So put you back to me for a second. Right, so I have trimmed. Tell you what, Will, you was right, mate. The Rotala is just crazy, mate. So I've trimmed it right back, and I have replanted some. That is a stem that's uprooted and come back up. But I'll be honest, I'd already put the lid back on, and I just thought, if I go in there and try and replant that, then you know the rest of it's just going to come up, isn't it? Because that's kind of how it works when you're on the minutes and that. So yeah, so I didn't bother. So it's just there, it's just going to have to sit there till the next time we go in the tank. No harm done. And then we'll finish off with the shrimp tank, which is, to be honest, I think it's looking pretty decent at the moment. I'm going to try and get some, I want some different snails in here, to be perfectly honest. Is it the mystery snail that's like a cone? I think, is it? I think it's a mystery snail, isn't it? That's like a cone. I won't mind a few of them. I'm just going to plug us back in, otherwise I will die. That's it, Tracy. You just like, when he said it, I was like, oh my God, that's great news. I've got to admit, he did get me. He did get me. But it's not the first time I've been pranked in this Hobbit. I fell for, so Tropica a few years ago, on the 1st of April, announced the Anubias Smurf. Yeah, it's like a purple Anubias Nana. The problem is, I didn't see that on the 1st of April. I saw it around about October, November, and it got me. And I was like, I hunted high and low for that stuff, because I've seen a picture of it and it looked awesome. So yeah, I kind of got had over a little bit there. Had right over. It was an April Fool's joke that got me in October. So, but you don't know how many times I've gone in shops and asked for it. Honestly, it's like, God, what a knobhead! I can't believe it. But yeah, that's yeah, I've done it loads of times. I've even gone in shops and shown them pictures and went, look at it, it's awesome. And so yeah, yeah, that's good work, good work. Well done, Tropica. April Fool's joke shouldn't last all year, though. Yeah, had me right over. But fair dues, fair dues. Need to get some CO2. Get Monte Carlo. At the front. I know, you know, Will. I know. Do you know what? Originally, right? So when I set this tank up, before I put any plants in it, there is a picture on my community feed now where there's like, this is just the wood with no plants, no water. And the original plan was to have it, rather than all that be Anubias, that was all going to be Monte Carlo. And I kind of wanted to use the Monte Carlo as an epiphyte, because you can, and have it cascading down, and then like just trim out the caves and and maybe have it dangling over the caves. That was the overall plan. And oh God, I put so much in. I spent, I don't even know how much I spent, but I put so much Monte Carlo in there, honestly. I felt like I'd had a week in Monte Carlo, right? Yeah. And yeah, it just died. So, oh man, painful. Like I say, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've killed more Monte Carlo than I reckon a lot of people. I reckon I'm up there in the top 10. To be honest, but I'd love it. It is top Monte Carlo, but I struggle with it. Well, even with the CO2 tank, that's why it's dwarf airgrass at the front, because I just can't grow Monte Carlo. I've tried so much. Just it's so painful. Nicholas, good evening, buddy. Thanks, my mate. I do spend a bit of time on him, like you do. Wawan, how you doing, bud? Thanks for joining us. For all those that are in and new to the group, this Fishkeeper Club forms Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. GMT and Saturday afternoons from 2. And we just have people from all over the world, guys, coming in. We discuss, try and keep it the topic aquatic, but it ends up going everywhere. It's worth sticking around. If you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button, and obviously the notification button will let you know when we come on live anyway. There's loads of videos on my channel regarding mainly rainbow fish, but I kind of like branching out a little bit. Planted aquarium videos on there, and all kinds, really. If you watch the last live stream, so the one from Saturday, the first hour is pretty much me rescaping the rainbow fish aquarium. Obviously, there's a little bit of, oh no, what's gone on here? And I've got to admit, there's a part of it where I do kind of nearly leave marks in my pants because I hear a bang, and I'm like, whoa. When you're moving rocks in a fish tank that's got 240 litres of water in it, you don't need to be hearing bangs. And I heard this bang, and I'm like, oh my God, what's that? But it did turn out to be the magnet falling off the wave maker. But yeah, it all added to the drama of the first hour of the stream. Can I say hello to you and to your wife, Danielle McGill? Well, Jason Ames and Danielle McGill, good evening. Hope you're having a great evening. Can you subscribe to my channel, watch a couple of videos? Hopefully you enjoy them, and click the like button and show some love in the chat and all that, guys. So it's a channel we're trying to grow. Just entered the YouTube partnership program, so we are growing, and with your help, mate, we can grow a little bit more. My female crib has laid eggs again, but I don't think the male has fertilised them. You know what, Dane? I bet they have, you know. I bet they have. You'll soon see, mate. I have got. Let's see if they're out. So I'm overrun with crib babies at the moment, mate. So I do have 2 lots of crib babies in the rainbow tank, and I've got at least 1. Yeah, definitely 2, because there's some crib babies at the back there as well. But they're always at it. Honestly, the back of that tank there with the cribs is just like it's just I don't know. I don't know if I can say what it's like on YouTube. I don't know if I can say it and stay monetized. We've got to be so careful. But anyway, there's loads of babies come out over there. It's unreal. I don't think my neighbour downstairs would appreciate my 240 litre. No, mate, definitely not. Oh, when you hear a bang, Tracy, it's like, oh no. But yeah, kind of kept looking at the level to make sure it wasn't dropping. Yeah, don't need it. I know the damage that these aquariums can do when they burst. Not good. Frightening, frightening. I used to dry out flood and fire damaged buildings. Before anyone says, because I've had it said to me so many times, how do you dry out a fire damaged building? Well, the firemen put them out with water, so they need drying out. So I've just been asked so many times, why do you dry out a fire damaged building? That's why. But the amount of times I've gone to houses where fish tanks have burst, or just like kids have caught it, or I had one once, lady was hoovering, just hoovering, and she went hoover straight through the tank. Great stuff. It's easily done. Be careful with them hoovers. What are you gonna do with the baby cribs? A few will survive, Dane. So I tend to, when I do the Maidenhead Aquatics at Wigan, because I have quite a good friendship going on with them lot in there. So when I go up there, I'll just bag a load out of the tanks and then take them up there. And normally just like trade him in. To be honest, he kind of sorts me out anyway. He's a really nice guy. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I do need to probably go up there before Christmas, but I'm saying that I want to get an order in off Tropco. I need to get an order in off Tropco. Definitely, it's happening. Having a look at your list there, Dane, and the price. That's definitely the way. It's definitely happening. I might even just go a little bit on getting a few Ottos as well. I do like Otto Sinkless, and I know I've probably got 6 to 8 in each tank, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, it would be nice to just get a couple more in there. I'm just having a look. Right, so just 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn you around, because that's the male. That's the male Starlight as well. And as I've done the camera and turned it round, he has moved round, so he's just like showing you his backside at the moment. But hopefully he'll turn around so you can see him, because he is a proper specimen, honestly. He's a little nugget though. What is it with them, these fish, when you want to film them? Why are they all so awkward? Anyway, so what we'll do, I'll keep an eye on it. And if he comes back round the front, we'll try again. But I don't know what it is with my Plex. As soon as I walk up there with a camera, it's like, nah, no way, man, not having it. So yeah, so I want to get a Tropco order in for sure. I've never had cardinals. I prefer cardinals, Dane. So obviously they're cardinals that we've just seen then near the. But yeah, I have got about 20 in there. What, another 20? But I don't know if I'd get away with. No, I probably wouldn't. It'd be well overstocked if I put 20 cardinals in the rainbow tank as well, because what I've had 4 red rainbows to that as well. So kind of 4 red rainbows, 3 red devil angels. I'll probably get 8 Otto Sinkless, maybe. And definitely want some snails. I'm gonna try a few mystery snails. I'm not sure if the angels and the rainbows will go for the bigger snail. I'm just gonna try it. So, but I want to put mystery snails in all my tanks, really, because they're good algae eaters, aren't they? So that's the idea. And something else I want as well. Oh, what is it? What else have you ordered, Dane? Because I'm pretty sure there's something else. I'm pretty sure you've pretty much ordered what I want. Oh man, I can't think. At least I sent you the angels. Looks crazy. It does, mate. Well, actually, I've started following on Facebook, and they've put a list of the fish that they're getting tomorrow. Oh god damn! The thing is, if I remember rightly, I'm pretty sure Will lives near the place. So yeah, I'm kind of jealous of that. It's not fair, that, is it? I'll swap you, Will. I want to live there and you can have my water for a day. The list of angels is amazing. To be honest, when I looked at them, I haven't been on since because I know I'm a nightmare. But the list of Corys was amazing. It was like, never seen anything like it. I actually just went on there to see if they had peppered Corys, but they seem to have appeared back on the scene since I've been asking for them. They seem to have appeared again. That is what this week's video is about, guys, as well. So on Thursday, we've got a video launch, which is a species profile on the peppered Cory. So ordered some Corys. That's it. I love Corys. I do. They're awesome. They're awesome. I have done a head count on my peppereds tonight, and there's still 6 in each. So, but there's so many different types of Corys in them. I've got gold laser as well, but they do come out just a bit rarer. Hang around the back a lot more. Probably more so now I've disturbed it all. But, have you ordered a different angel as well, Dane, haven't you? I think. I know you've ordered some the red devils. Them red devils are special, they really are. But you see, if I'm gonna get it, if we're gonna order, because I know like I need to speak to Pete, because Pete's gonna throw an order in with me. Because he doesn't actually live that far away from me, so leopard angel, that was it. Oh yeah, mate, so good. I'm gonna Google that actually. Leopard angel. But yeah, it's a. To be honest, it's a big step for me ordering online. I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm home, obviously. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare me getting deliveries here. So, but we'll do it. I'm pretty sure I did Google leopard angels the other day. Yeah, I have, yeah. I think, I'm not sure. I think that must be a leopard. I don't know. I'll let you. Do you know your angels, Dane? I'm pretty much sure that could be a leopard. I'm not 100%. But yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? So, I don't know. They are stunning. There was electric blue ones as well. I haven't actually looked at the electric blue ones, but I can guarantee that going through that list will be a good hour at least. I already know what I want, but I'm just like, it's just the odd thing that you think, should I get a few of them as well? And before you know it, spent a fortune, isn't it? But yeah, I do want to get some mystery snails. I think it's mystery snails. Some fancy snails that don't. I don't know though. Do the mystery snails leave them? Now you can breed mystery snails, can't you? They do breed. It's not. They're not like the nerite that leave white eggs everywhere. I'm pretty sure mystery snails you can breed them, can't you? So I don't want loads of white eggs all over the place. Oh God, I hate that. I hate that with the nerites. What's the ones that lay out of water, like a big clutch of pink eggs? What are them ones? Is it apple snails that do that? It's something weird, isn't it? So they look horrible. But you can stop that if you fill your water up to the top. So counteract that straight away. What time tomorrow then, Dane? Can you set a time, or do they just tell you that they're coming on that, or do you just like the day? I suppose you can't pick a time, can you? That's a bit, probably asking a bit too much there. I'm just gonna get a drink, guys. 1 sec. So yeah, I have launched a video on Thursday about the black red-tailed shark, or the red-tailed black shark, as it's properly known. It's been quite popular, to be perfectly honest. It's probably one of the best launches of my videos I've had. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth checking out. Thursday afternoon, 3:15, I've got the peppered Cory video coming out. That's worth checking out as well. We do live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. till around about 10. And Saturday afternoon, we do 2 p.m. till about 5. This Saturday, though, it won't be a live stream this Saturday. I have to go Christmas shopping, so it's agreed. I'm going to take my mum Christmas shopping, and I'll get mine done while I'm there. And the only day we really can do it is Saturday, so we'll see near the time. But yeah, I don't think I did toy with doing one Saturday evening, but I think we're going to have a night off. So yeah, Saturday there won't be a stream this Saturday, unfortunately. Normally before 12. That's awesome, isn't it? And they must have confidence in the courier that they use, just with it being live in it. I've seen how some couriers act, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. To be honest, it's kind of it's weird, really, but seeing those red devil angels has kind of rejuvenated my love for my angels. I know, Tracy, this is it. Yeah, get it all done and out of the way. I'm lucky, I don't really have many to buy for, but yeah, it's get it all done, out of the way. And then I can see how much money I can spend on fish. That's what it is, isn't it? Never had a fish die. That's brilliant, that, mate. In it, that's really good. That's really good. I take it they come in. Are they like heat packed as well? I'm gonna. I do kind of touch on this, Tracy. So I have quite a lot of Corydoras in well, I've probably got at least 20 in both of the big tanks, and I've got there's 5 albinos and just a couple of pygmies in the CO2 tank, and all mine are like a semi-fine gravel. And some people have said, "Oh, that's wrong. That will snap the barbels." There isn't a single Corydoras that I've seen in any of my tanks that have got any damage to the barbels. So I'll be honest, I think a lot of it's a bit of a myth. I think a lot of people just talk the BS. Honestly, put them in. Honestly, none of mine have damaged barbels, and I've had Corydoras for years, and I have never had sand in my aquarium. Never. I'm not a big fan of it. I believe it kind of like clumps a little bit. I just prefer gravel, and none of my Corydoras have got damaged barbels. So I do mention it in the video that comes out on Thursday, and I just thought I'll probably get a bit of hate, but I kind of thought, well, to be honest, YouTube doesn't pick up on what the comments are saying, but if people are commenting and having a moan about it, it just looks to YouTube as though people are commenting on the video. So I think, you know what, put it in there. People comment, they comment, don't they? I never clean my gravel, mate. Never. I will from time to time. I'll get you know, like the triangle scaping tool. I kind of, on the other side of mine, it's like a smaller end, and I kind of maybe go over it just to rough it up, just to freshen it up. We might actually do that on Saturday. Just brightens it up a bit. But no, I never gravel vac or anything, mate, because I've got soil underneath, so there's no point. I've never cleaned my gravel, never. Yeah, Tracy, honestly, I've got. I wouldn't be able to show you on the stream because I don't think they don't come through on the stream. Don't come through as HD. But none of my Corys have got snapped barbels. Yeah, I don't. I planted aquariums, mate. You kind of you gravel vacs technically your plants because that's like they feed on the muck, shall we say, that goes into the gravel, mate. So I know, mate. I've no, I never. I maybe could do the front of this, but I don't. I kind of the front of this from time to time. I'll go down it with a credit card and just freshen it up. But I have thought, you know what? I should speak to Ken. So kind of like a little, you know, your garden rakes, like a little garden rake that you could maybe stick on your finger and just rake your gravel over a little bit just to freshen it up. Probably, you probably do it with a fork, but I'm on one for a gadget. So, but yeah, just like a little rake, something just to rough it up. I'm gonna rough the gravel up on Saturday for sure. Just brightens up. You notice it more with the when the cribs dig, because when the male crib starts digging a nest and building a cave, he spits out the gravel, and you're like, you know, he's doing it because your gravel obviously gets that little bit of coloration just from like the build-up of different bacteria and that. And then when he comes out and spits it out, it's just like pure white gravel. So you kind of know when he's up to his tricks. I kind of get the same thing, Tracer, and I've counteracted it by putting an air stone in there. It just brings that little bit more circulation, and now it's kind of the air stone on one side has just kind of killed the dead spots. It is pulling a bit of air through, pulling a bit of the water through with it. Otto Sinclair, mate, they're just ferocious. Can you buy gravel rakes, Reese? Yeah. I'll have to have a look. I know I've got like my scaping tool, but am I right? I love a gadget, I do. Otto Sinclair's, they do say you shouldn't have more than 8, really. But I don't really know how many I've got. But they are ferocious. But I like to throw a bit of greenery in there for them anyway. I need to do some peas, really. I do like feeding them peas, but you've got to shell them, haven't you? So, and now's not the time of year to get stinging nettles. I will get some spinach this weekend. Treat them all to a bit of spinach. I'm putting 5 in each tank tomorrow. Yeah, they are a social, aren't they? They are social. I always say like no less than 4, no more than 8. But they are so good. I notice it sometimes when I'm doing a water change. They all kind of form on the side of the glass and they all come together. It's pretty decent. It gives you a chance for a bit of a head count. It's good when certain things bring all your fish together. You can kind of see what's going on. Can I have auto-synchronous with shrimp? Yeah, Tracy, yeah. You can auto-synchronous with shrimp are all good. I've actually got a couple of auto-synchronous in my shrimp tank. They're not predatory at any point. They just eat algae. I think they actually really only eat algae. They will eat, if you put like broccoli in and things like that, they will have a bit of a munch on that. But they tend to just algae only, really. Ferocious algae eaters. They're amazing, really. The pygmies will help just stir up the detritus and that. Technically not really cleanup crew as such, Corys, but they can be seen as cleanup crew. Like some Corys will just nibble away at a little bit of algae, but it's not the main diet. But they're seen more as cleanup crew because they stay at the bottom of the aquarium, they whiz around, and all those like little dead points where there's detritus, they just stir it all up into the water column so your filler can take it out. So technically not cleanup crew, but they kind of like go around doing a bit of not hoovering, do they? But they just stir the crap up. They are peaceful, totally peaceful. Ottos, they're awesome. Auto-synchronous. Just have them in anything. You can have them with I don't think they're set up to eat anything really but algae. They don't eat fry or anything like that. They're cool. And pretty decent to look at, I think, to be perfectly honest. They are beautiful little fish. Busy. Yeah, the Corydoras will help sort out the detritus worms, mate, for sure. But yeah, you kind of get that in shrimp tanks. I am careful. That's why I keep endlers in the shrimp tanks. It just helps keep detritus worms down. Because you see I've seen some photographs of people's tanks with detritus worms, and it's like my dwarf airgrass. It's like a lawn of detritus worms. It's crazy. I'm gonna right, I'm intrigued. I wanna know right, I'm gonna have a look now, mate. I'm gonna have a look because I am one for a gadget. I love it. I've just bought a book actually. It comes on Thursday on bettas, so that'll be good. COVID 5-in-1. I no, mate. Yeah, I have seen that. I have actually got the 2-pronged. I didn't realise that's what it was for. Yeah, well, I will. I need to. I know Fingy's he's going on about his 3D printing on it. See what he can design. But yeah, I can do it. I could do it like a credit card or a fork or anything really. It's just just like a gadget. Tank siphons are good. I do have tank siphons Danish, but only just for doing like the water changes on the CO2 tank, but I don't use it as a siphon. In fact, the siphon bit kind of doesn't work. I've just noticed, I don't know why, the siphon bits where you can just pump them, don't you? I don't want to go out and see. When you pump them, then they pump the water through, but they only work for a couple of times. I've noticed. After that, they go a bit crappy. Just want to apologise for talking. Don't worry, mate. That's what we're here for, Tracy. That's what it's all about. Keeps the chat going. Keeps the chat going. And little endler guppies, Tracy. They're like a smaller guppy. But they are, yeah, I just, to be honest, I'm kind of getting a bit overrun with them because they're all the guppies, aren't they? I am going to end up trying to just keep males in there. I have tried to keep the numbers down, but they're just breeding like rabbits. So I have got a load in one of my tubs. I threw endlers in there, and I reckon they've probably bred as well. The life of a guppy keeper, eh, Reese? Babies, and more babies. I'm just the same with cribs. God damn, honestly. Fish get more action than me. They've got cribensis babies coming out my ears. Got pure shrimp babies at the moment as well in both tanks. It's not a bad position to be in, though. It's nice that things are nice and healthy. Living the dream, mate. I have 2 boys left for my endler invasion. I kind of do want to just get males. Just get males. Because what do you do with them? You know what I mean? What do you do with them? If you don't want to really go out and get a shot, what do you do with them? You just end up overrun. And then obviously I have angels that breed all the time, but it'd be nice to get the red devils breeding, wouldn't it? But then again, I don't have much success with me angels breeding anyway because there's too much in there. Have some of your male guppies. I will, mate. I'll have some of your males. I know I have got like some male endlers, but it's like you're never going to catch all the endlers, are you, when there's so much fry? I thought I'd caught them all, and there was like 4 appeared. 2 looked like pregnant females. I tried to catch them, couldn't get them out. I don't want to disturb the tank too much. And now them 2 females that are pregnant have both had babies. So you can imagine how many guppies I've got in there again. It's like, it's a vicious circle. They're like duckweed. Can't get rid of them. I'm never having guppies again. It's like, can you imagine if we were that potent, if you will, every time we had sex, we were guaranteed 100 kids. Imagine it. Jesus. Biz, how you doing, mate? I turn on my YouTube, see you're streaming. Yeah, mate. I feel like I'm kind of always here. I'm always streaming. You're off Mondays. Nice. I wish I was off Mondays. Although Monday in work for me is like my easiest day. Tomorrow's my killer day. Feed them to the angels. Knowing my luck, mate, they get away and breed in there as well. Monday's fish day. Have you been out and bought, Biz? Oh yeah, mate. Reese, they sound awesome. Red with blue neon lines. They do sound really nice. What do I do outside of fishies? My job, I drive a truck. And apart from that, mate, I do my tanks, and I'll be honest, you'd be surprised how much work I do on the YouTube behind the scenes. It's kind of like, I bet the YouTube alone, I bet I put 30 hours a week into YouTube. I would have thought roundabout. A video takes about 10 hours. I do the video on a Sunday, it takes about 10 hours. So, yeah, mate, after that, work 40 hours, YouTube 30 hours. And there's not much time left, to be perfectly honest, once you take sleep into account. I like it though. Like I say, I want to grow the YouTube, obviously. I want that to become my main income. So, what's Bart? I don't know, mate. Have I kind of lost me there? Kobe, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, mate, I don't have time. Biz. I'd love more tanks and things like that, but it's just time. You know, if the channel takes off like I'm hoping it will, it grows, it's growing, you know. My channel's a slow burner. Sometimes you just wish it had just like boom, go, you know, like put so much work into it. But when it takes over and becomes my full-time job, then yeah, you can start doing more things like that, because that's part of your working day then, isn't it? But I do need 37 hours in a day, mate. And you know what? There still wouldn't be enough, would there? There wouldn't be enough. No, mate, I don't think I mentioned Bart. I don't think so, anyway. You asked me something, I thought you said Bart. Don't know. Just bear with me. I'm gonna try to think what I may have said. No, mate. No, I don't know. Just put time for my guppies. This is it, mate. I always time for the tanks. Like the CO2 tank, the plants needed trimming down, and to be honest, it needed doing yesterday, but I didn't. So like, you write the video, you kind of like, I try not to do a script, but you write down and you just make sure everything that you're saying on the video is right, obviously. So it's just like the research, the filming, and the editing takes about 10 hours. So yeah, by the time I'd finished last night, I was just like, was it done? Knackered. But so I decided tonight I had to do the plants. I had to trim them red plants. I struggle with red plants. So because this rotala that I bought like 2 weeks ago, it's thriving. So I've got to keep it trimmed. And yeah, so I've kind of trimmed, replanted today. Now, once I trim now, that'll be it. So it'll be end up selling rotala on Etsy. Did you hear so Ken on Saturday? Ken was on, and okay, he's in the States, so it may be a little bit different, but he's got 19 tanks, and he has plants in them all. 19 planted tanks, and he runs CO2 in all of his tanks. And he sells plants on Etsy, and that pays his mortgage. See, that as well, Biz, that's something else I want to try and get into then, you know? If the YouTube becomes your job, you can do your sort of little sidelines like growing plants in CO2. It's just like making a bloody killing. So yeah, there's lots you can do if you've work gets in the way, doesn't it? Work gets in the way. I know, Tracy, that's amazing, isn't it? That's what he said. Pays me mortgage. 19 planted tanks, and he sells the plants on Etsy. So I'm gonna have to start. I've got a shed load of Anubias that I want to get rid of anyway. You can't have a big mortgage. I know, mate. I know this is it, isn't it? It's frightening, isn't it? I don't know what the score is in the States, Will, regarding house prices, because Donald Trump was saying before he got voted in. So on his last term, he was saying you needed to be earning £65,000 or $1,000 a year to be able to afford a house. Now you need $135,000 a year to be able to afford to buy a house. So that must be like the cheapest of houses, 65 grand. Don't know. Don't really know what it is here, to be perfectly honest. I know you've got like, is it 2.5 times your yearly wage is what mortgage you can get, or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, it'd be nice. Just that little sideline, innit? Just a little sideline. Seen like my mate Richard at Fishkeeping Answers, he's brought a video out today about breeding snails for money. And like, you think you can, can't you? Some of the more expensive snails, if they start going for it, how much money, just those little extra little bits of sideline money coming in. I'm hoping to make a bit of extra from hill streams. Yeah, mate, this is it. This is what you got to do, innit? But then we'll go straight back into the tanks. The only thing you've got to watch for, Tracy, unless they've bought fish off you before, but a lot of these places won't buy fish off you because you need a license to sell pets. It's a scam in the UK, mate. It's just I suppose it stops things like trading of dogs, but when it comes to fish, it's just stupid, isn't it? But yeah, you need a license to sell pets. That's why they normally offer you money and normally offer you like food or fish instead. But if you've got somewhere where they already give you money and buy them off you, happy days. But we've got to try and make your hobby pay a little bit back, haven't you? At some point. It'll depend where. I'm not sure where he is, mate. I know he's California, but after that, I don't really know whereabouts. Because on Saturday, I was like, someone else came in from California and, oh, you two will probably know each other. And as I said it, I thought California's probably massive. You know what I mean? Like, winds me up when we were in Manchester and they go, where are you from? Manchester. Oh, do you know Dave? Yeah, I know Dave. Yeah. I scroll back. You've been out on bar. Have you been out on bar? Oh, did I say bought? Have you been and bought anything, Biz? Maybe. I don't know, mate. Whatever comes out of my head. Kim, good evening. How are you doing, mate? You okay? Thanks for joining us. Pink Ramshorn snails are expensive considering how fast they breed. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen pink. I do like Ramshorn snails though. I do. I don't think I've ever seen the pink ones, maybe. Regarding Mondays. Oh, you said fish. Did you say it was fish day? I may have said if you bought something, mate, maybe. Have you bought fish? I think yes. Yeah, it will be. Will, won't it? Have you bought any fish? My Manc accent, mate. That's what it is. That's what we'll blame it on. I've probably said have you bought some fish. I didn't know that. They did say when they go buy. Oh, that's good to know. If they're willing to pay cash for them, that's all good. But yeah, you do need a license to sell pets. I came across this difficulty when I tried getting into aquatic wholesalers, and they were like, "You can't come in. If you've not got a license to sell pets." And I did blag it because I was looking at setting up a business that was hiring and maintaining fish tanks in restaurants and things like that. Many years ago. It's like 30 years ago. So yeah, then I know you needed that. I didn't realize you needed a license to sell pets, but yeah, you do. California's pretty expensive. Yeah, I don't know where. I don't really. I'm pretty sure it's Cali though, mate. But it might be Ken. It might be Ron that's Cali. So he might not be. I think Ron's California. Thinking about it, because he said, because we try to do a stream together, me and Ken. I think it'll not Ken, me and Ron. I think it'll probably work better because I think Ken got a little bit stage fright on the day, you know, but I don't know. He might not have done. But Ron already does live streams, but he said it's like 6 in the morning. When I come on a Saturday afternoon at 2, it's 6 in the morning there. So he was like, I can get up early, but it's like, nah, mate, don't get up at 6 in the morning to do a live stream. Sod that. I'm okay, Kim. Yeah, I'm okay. Crack on, don't you, like you do? Yeah, we're doing all right. It's been pretty. It's not as cold today in the UK, I've got to admit. But the past few days, it's been really cold. It's been really wet as well. Really wet and like done plenty of raining in the UK. My mate just bought a filefish. You know what's happening there, don't you? Honestly, sometimes, you know, when you do things, you know, you just do it. Like closing down a screen when you kind of use it. Filefish. Try and keep a Google page open now, guys, so I can look at things as we go along. Is he marine? Yeah, Reese. Is it a marine setup, mate? Let's just see where we're up to. Where are we up to? I'm swamped with ramshorn, but I swear I saw a bluish one in the hill stream tank. If you swamp with them, mate, just cut down a bit of food. They kind of regulate themselves, snails, mate. They're quite a good indication of whether you're overfeeding or not. Yeah, mate. So it's one of them. One of them. Look at that. How special's that though? Can you just? I'm sure you lot are just trying to get me to get a marine tank because it always ends up marine fish, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? God, they're so good though, aren't they? Like that one he bought the other day, Rainer. Oh God, that was awesome as well. Right, we're back. One. Does he live Wigan way, mate? Has that come from Finest then? Finest Aquatics. And how much did he pay for that, mate? If you don't, I'm gonna see if there's a price. See if I can see a price. Kind of. Sometimes when you look at marine fish, when you're an idiot like me, and think, oh man. So I've just seen one. It's only like £42, which you know is like quite a lot of money in it, but that's not. I thought there'd be more. I did think there'd be more. Orange spot filefish, Kraken from Kraken Corals. And I think Kraken Corals is always Accrington way, I think. £42. Not bad. Sometimes, see, this is the thing. You look at a marine fish and you're like, oh, the bug starts biting, doesn't it? And then you look at the prices and think, 500 quid. It's all right. and it kind of stops it. But then you look and think, 42 quid. Oh, man. It's not that much, is it? It's not too bad. He had it from CMC in Wigan. There's a lot of the smaller ones now that don't do marine, and that's why I asked if it was from Finest, because their marine section is amazing. Got to admit, but the prices are a reality check, aren't they? But it would be nice. It would be nice. Tracy, we all do it. We all overfeed, mate. We all overfeed. But shrimp are just shrimp. Well, snails, I should say, are just a good indication of whether you are or not. And the same in my CO2 tank. I overfeed the CO2 tank a little bit because I want the shrimp to get some food. So that's kind of what I do. But yeah, you do notice that when there's a lot more snails coming. It's like so doing all the research into this week's video on Cory's. So I have done it specifically on the peppered Cory's. I could have done it on like Cory's in general, but there's so many different Cory's, and they all have so many different little tweaks on the water parameters and things like that. So I thought I'd stick on this on the peppered, because I've just bought some peppered, and so I've looked into it. And you know, like, so Cory's do take a gulp of air from time to time. You'll see them shoot up to the surface, get a gulp of air, and they'll use that instead of like taking water through the fins. But if they do it too much, it's an indication that that your water's quality is off. So it's always good to watch. Just something I didn't really notice. I didn't realize. And yeah, doing the research into the video. See, like, you can be in the hobby for years and years and years, but you still find things out. I'm hoping it's all right, Tracy. I've kind of, so when you're editing it, sometimes it's hard to sell the bits that I'm filming the Cory swimming about. Kind of just hope they're in focus. It's hard to tell if they're in focus when you're editing it. I think they are. I just hope they are. So we'll see. But yeah, it should be good. I enjoy doing it, to be honest. I need to try and I do need to try and make my videos a little bit longer though. Apparently, like, so you see different people do polls on YouTube, and more people want to watch videos that are 10 to 20 minutes long. But I tend to find if I do a 10 to 20 minutes long video, they don't get watched as much. So hence why my videos are normally like 5 to 10 minutes long. I don't know, you can't do right for doing long on YouTube, trying to get people to watch your stuff. So many different conflicting ideas. Trying to just I'm kind of putting it as a range, Tracy, or everyone really, but so like when you do YouTube, you have to keep a niche, yeah. So my niche is rainbow fish, but you can only do so many videos on rainbow fish until you get like too repetitive, and I don't want to become really repetitive doing the same videos all the time. So kind of tried to do a sneaky tweak and do it as rainbow fish tank mates. So it's still rainbow fish are kind of like in the subject on the title, but yeah, so if we can do the tank mate species profile, so I can kind of put out a few different species profiles on different fish, like Cory's, like with a black shark, you know, and just try jazz it up a little bit. I've already done a species profile on Cubensis, and that does all right. So I don't really want to redo that. I don't know. I might have a look at doing. I might do a species profile on cardinals. Maybe actually that might be the one that I film on. Yeah, I might film that on next Sunday. One on cardinals. One of my favourite tetras, so why not? And we're working my way through videos. Love the advice. Learning all the time. Only have tanks for about 15 months. Tracer, that is what I need about another 1,000 people to do. Start working through my videos. But it's nice that you're learning off them, mate. That's what I do it for. Yeah, there's all kinds in there. There is all kinds in there. I'm glad you're enjoying them. For all those that are in at the moment, if you aren't a subscriber to my channel, please just click the subscribe button. Notification button will let you know when we come on streams, which are 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. And we do a live stream on a Saturday afternoon from 2 p.m. I also launch a long form video on Thursdays at 3:15 in the afternoon, GMT. So check them out. I do launch the odd short video from time to time, which try and launch on Tuesdays and Sundays, but I don't do as many short videos as what I should really. But for an 8-second short can take 2 hours, so they're not worth it. You know, sometimes just not worth it. I did put one out on Sunday. Heiger asked me if I'd do a short video regarding the air pump, and I did say I was going to do one regarding the wave maker for Tuesday, but I've just not had time to do that. So so that'll probably come out, but it's optional. It's optional doing the YouTube shorts. Like I say, they just take way too much time. Edward Fang, using my other account on my laptop to get your views. Biz. Buddy, you're a star. You're a star. It's yeah, mate, it's all good. Thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah, as always, I appreciate the advice, Russ. Only what you and Richard know. I'd rather ask you for advice rather than the Facebook group. I know, mate. I believe it or not, Tracy. I think so. I left the Facebook group anyway. I did leave that Facebook group after what he annoyed me what he said, so I left. And I think he's actually blocked me from joining the group anyway. Like I'm bothered because I've left it anyway, but weird. Yeah, he annoyed me with that. He annoyed me. But thing is, Tracy, when you come into these streams, we have people from all over that have loads of different types of knowledge in different areas of the hobby, you know, so it's really good. I do talk to Will quite a lot off stream on Instagram. We'd kind of go into like all kinds of stuff, really. Like Will's got big kahunas. He's siliconed his own tank, and so I'm intrigued with that. He's been talking about making his own heater, so I'm kind of intrigued with that. I'll be honest, Will. I know you'll still be in there. When you was talking about making your own heater, I had a vision of you being like Doc on Back to the Future. I was like, he's going to make a bloody time machine, Will, in here at some point. But yeah, it's just, I was like, my childish mind going. But yeah, we have a chat on different things. So me and Will are going to look into, make our own fertilizers, and I'm coming close to running out of my APT3. So I am going to try and buy some in, hopefully before Christmas. Then I can just have a bit of a play about with it and tweak it, and then own liquid fertilizers. Kind of excited about that as well. Yeah, proper childish Tracy in it. It's just crazy. The only reason I know this is on Friday, you can advertise in other groups, can't you? So when some of the admins and moderators from that group, because I'm friends with them on Facebook, so when they put a post out promoting that group, you get it in your feed, and it says that the content that they're sharing is prohibited, so I can't see it. So he's obviously blocked me from the group, yeah. But at the end of the day, I left that group because I'd just spent 10 hours putting a video together, which I put on the channel, and 2 weeks later he tells me that me putting videos on the channel doesn't benefit the channel. Kind of annoyed me after doing 10 hours work in a video. To be told that, I just think, cheeky, proper cheeky. I just love it when I feed my guppies bloodworm with a syringe. I feed mine with a syringe, mate. I do. So like, I defrost 6 frozen blocks of food. There's 1 bloodworm at the moment, 1 cyclops, 1 brine shrimp, and then they do like 3 daphnia. And yeah, mate. So I syringe the CO2 tank and the shrimp tank, and then pour into the bigger 2. But yeah, I love syringing. It's quite funny when you just have a bloodworm hanging out the syringe and see which one comes and whips it away quick. I'm soldering up the temperature sensor right now. You know, I don't know why I read that as soldering it up. I need to talk to you off stream, Will. Because that's like making your own heaters. Like, God, it's unbelievable. I know Tracy. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. It really, really did. I was like, you know what then? When I went through, searched BGN Aquariums and deleted everything that I put on the group, and then left. And when I think really the amount of hours of work I put in on that group, just because I hadn't really posted anything for 6 weeks, because my YouTube channel's kind of gone to another level. I've had to do videos for hire. You know, it's just like, it's been mad busy in the past 6 weeks. So yeah, he must have spat his dummy out. I defrost my bloodworm, Tracy, and then syringe it in. And like for the big ones, I pour it in because I try and do it en masse because of the amount of cories that I've got. There's good 20 cories in each tank, so I try and get enough food down to the bottom for them as well. But yeah, syringe feeding's quite good, especially if you just have a little bit of bloodworm coming out and tease them. And every now and again, I have had an Amano shrimp come and take a little bit of brine shrimp that's just been coming out at the end of the pipette, just like and off. They make me laugh. Amano shrimp, they're pretty mad at feeding time. The way they can like glide in the water and intercept something on the way through, it's quite genius. And you see them just sit there munching away. It's quite amazing, Reese, isn't it? They do know. They're not daft. There is I think it is on YouTube. So years ago, I don't know everyone's ages in here, but years ago there was a program called Mythbusters. You probably heard of it. There is a massive chance you've heard of it. I think it's kind of finished now. But Mythbusters looked into the myth of fish having a 2-second memory span and blew it right out of the water. And the video is on YouTube. It's well worth watching. So they get like quite a decent sized aquarium. I think it's like a 3-foot aquarium. And they put in like 8 pieces of glass that partition the tank into like 8 points, if you will. Each pane of glass has a hole in a different area. So they put all the goldfish in one side, in one compartment. Like I say, each glass has a hole, but they're never in the same place. So they can't just swim through. They have to kind of go up and around. And then they put food in the last bit. And so the fish can sense the food. They go, they find the way there, and they get to the food. And then the next day they do it. And I think after a couple of times, the fish were just like not finding where the hole, they know where the hole is all the way. Left it a week, fed them again, and they knew. So the memory span's quite decent, to be perfectly honest. And they're all hardwired for food anyway, aren't they? So my mum has a pond, and there's a tench in there that's got to be 30 years old easily. There is a couple of koi in there that have got to be like, to be honest, got to be 20-year-old. And there's a couple of younger koi in there as well. But she says as soon as she puts the key in the garage door to go out and feed them, they're all there at the top. As soon as they kind of hear the key or whatever it is, they either sense the vibrations or they hear the key, whatever. But yeah, they're all there waiting to be fed. It's crazy, isn't it? They're not daft, mate. They're not daft. 2-second memory spans are massive, massive load of BS. I get pipettes, me, Tracy. I bought a bag of like 500 pipettes because it's just easier buying like a shed load of them. I use them for dosing the fertilizers and all kinds. So, and I had a cat that would tend to bat it around when I weren't in anyway. So you'd come and, where's my pipette gone? And just don't know, cats had it. So yeah, I ended up getting like a bag of 500 of them, but they're well worth. They're only cheap. Well worth doing it though. And Manos are amazing when you feed them. They're amazing. I love it, me, when you feed them in and you'll just see one and it'll just like, even down like the fluval little bug bite pellets, and they'll be sat on a leaf with one to itself. They don't share. They don't believe in that sharing, do they? I use frozen bloodworm meat. So recently, when I've done the when I did the video on my favourite foods, kind of looked a bit deeper into. So someone said to me about when you defrost your food, your frozen food, someone said, "Oh, do you not like drain it through a strainer?" I was like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, you should drain it through a strainer." I was like, "Why?" Because of like all parasites and things like that. The parasites all die at the freezing stage. So that's not a problem at all. The problem is with parasites is when you're feeding them live, you can put all kinds into your tank. So actually, frozen food is safer, Reese, a lot safer. And so when you defrost yours, Reese, do you siphon all the water off it, or do you just put it in? Because I don't siphon the water off it. No way do I. Life's too short for that. Life's too short for that. Plus, I just think those little small microbes are better for the fry and everything else that's in there as well. Yeah, pipettes are way easier, Trace. They're way easier. Just they're bloody brilliant. I sometimes cut the tip off mine for when I'm feeding. My pipette's brown through feeding. But I cut the end off it just otherwise you just get clogged up really quick. But yeah, I've had Amano shrimps come and take it out of the pipette and away they go. They're awesome. Freaked me out a little bit, Amano shrimp, especially when I first got them. When I first introduced them into my tank, I was like, big mistake. That's what I thought. Big mistake, because they look too much like spider legs. Freaked me out, but now I'm used to them. But yeah, they did freak me out at first. For anyone that knows, I am like proper freak me out of spiders. My largest Amano, he grabs and hides at the top of the tallest plant to eat it. He's nearly out of the water. It's mad, isn't it? You have to watch them for jumping as well. But they're so hard. I do. They have grown on me, Amano shrimp. But like I say, the legs, I try not to look at the legs too much because they freak me out. It's obviously legs that freak me out on spiders. That's what it must be. I don't do spiders. Don't do them. They freak your daughter out. They are. They're very like spiderish, aren't they? Oh God, honestly, I've always been soft with spiders. I always say I've never been scared of any man, but I am scared of spiders. So there is a good chance I'd be scared of Spider-Man, but that'd be it. It's like, oh, they freak me out, proper freak me out. Tank water in a feeding pot, feeding the shrimp. Yeah, mate. You know what? I even just my routine is when I run a bowl of water for washing up. When I stop the tap, I dink out a bit of frozen food into, the GU like cheesecake dishes, the glass dishes, rather than describe them. So I use those glass GU dessert dishes are always good, man. And there's my manky syringe. That's my manky syringe for feeding. It is manky as well, but does the job. But yeah, them glass dishes are great for. So yeah, just like dink some food out and then just pour hot water in, and then by the time I've done my washing up and that, I tend to feed my fish about 8 o'clock at night. 7:30, 8 o'clock, 7:30 on a streaming day. It is mainly frozen nowadays, though. Yeah, I'd watch that as well. Cause sometimes they are coming out of their exoskeleton. I want to film that. I came so close to it the other week. Oh, proper annoyed me. I'd seen an amino shrimp. I could tell it was like getting ready to remove the exoskeleton. So I got my phone, and as I like getting it sorted for the camera, and as I come to it, the skeleton was floating to the bottom. It's like, no, missed it by seconds. They're the kind of short videos that do well on YouTube, you see. And something like that's happening. But yeah, I swore at it. So I'm always like, just miss out, just miss out. They're brilliant, Tracy, aren't they? It's like you pay like so much for the dessert, but it's not about the dessert. It's about the dish the glass dish that you get with them. I'm using feeding pot. Have you seen the 3D printed one I use, Guppy Man? Now I don't know why I just said Guppy Man, just in the grease. I use a 3D printed one, and you just put like a frozen block in it, and as it defrosts, it all just drops out the bottom. It's quite good if you've got new fishing. It just calms down the feeding for if you've got like put new fish in that day and you're feeding them. I'm back now. I was just cleaning my filters ready for tomorrow. Oh, you crack on, Dane. You crack on, mate. Oh, I bet you're excited, aren't you? I've seen Dane's list of what he's got coming from Tropco. I'd be excited too. Actually, it's like a carbon copy of the list I want, to be perfectly honest. I keep missing that too. Not seeing it from mine. Watching shrimp. Look back and it's shed. It is. It's annoying. It's so annoying. I just want to catch it. I want to catch it on video. Like I say, those videos that do well on YouTube, because it's just something happening, isn't it? You know. professional with my guppies. Yeah, mate, you gotta be. It's your business, Reese. If you do sell online, mate, put your link in the chat. You know, I don't mind. And I think I've said that to you before, but if you have got a link for you selling your guppies, mate, always get a link in chat. Let people follow it up. See what's going on. Can't wait. I bet you can't, mate. I bet you can't. I drive round in my truck all day thinking about them coming. I've not even ordered them yet, so yeah, I can imagine you're excited. I think the only way you guarantee to get it, Tracy, is to set a camera up all the time filming, but then you've got to you want it at the center of the screen as well, don't you? You know what I mean? So if I set a camera up filming all day, I can guarantee that they do it at like the top corner of the screen there, if you will. So it's like you want it in the middle, of the screen, but it'd be like top corner. And it's like, oh God, or like right down at the bottom where the thumbs up and subscriber bars are. That's kind of the look that I get, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I was so gutted. I was so gutted that this little skeleton was floating down. I did one once. It's only probably about 2 months ago. Oh man, the things you do and then admit them on stream and make yourself look daft. My CPDs were like they were sparring and bit of breeding behavior going on. So like I'm an old man, so I've got like a foam knee pad, put that down, and I'm there and I'm filming these CPDs and all like I say, the sparring and the spawning behavior. It was like 5 minutes of it. I was like, God, I'm gonna get like so many decent short videos out of this. I thought, right, okay. So I think I've got enough. Been filming for 5 minutes. Click the record button to stop, and that started recording and they just finished. It's like, no. No, I hadn't even pressed the record button. I was stood there for 5 minutes filming a tank as well. And they had not pressed record, had I? I don't know. The things you do. Open a shop in Wigan, mate. Yeah, that'd be the ideal thing, mate, wouldn't it? Definitely. Kind of spoiled for choice in Wigan, aren't you? You've got quite a few shops in Wigan. But yeah, you definitely need to you know what, Will? I'm kind of I don't know. I don't know if are they waterproof? I don't know. My look at it. I don't think mine. I think you have to buy like a clear box for them to go in. But I don't see how they can be waterproof, because like when you open them up to get the battery in and out and that. Are they full? Are they? Oh man, I have thought about it, but yeah, like I say, knowing my luck, I'd kill my camera and electrocute all the fish. One of my mates, he's got a GoPro, and before I got mine, he was like, "Oh, I'll bring my GoPro down. You can film inside your tank." So yeah, I guess they are, but it'd be quite interesting to film if you could like get the camera right next to the piece of wood that the angels are spawning on, something like that, you know, like proper close up. That'd be good. The old one used to have a case, but the new ones are great. Just making sure you shut the battery down. Yeah, mate. Yeah. See, I'm all fairness, like my battery goes off anyway because I use the media kit, but they don't look waterproof. You know what I mean? They don't look waterproof. Be good to set one up. It would be good to set one up. I want one of the 3D printed plet caves though that you put under the gravel, you know, and then you can kind of cover the outside, can't you? So that'd be quite good. Ken showed us one on Saturday that he made. I wouldn't mind one to put under the gravel. Quite interesting. It's a GoPro 10, Will, that I use. The picture quality on it is sound, and the sound was a little bit poor when I first started doing the videos. So I bought the media kit. I might have to check it out then, mate. I might have to check it out. Stick it in the tank. But yeah, I bought the media kit. You got all kinds with it. You get like a little tripod, but it's more the outer casing. So hang on. So obviously, if I was going in the tank, you'd have to take the media kit off it. So that is it. With the media kit there, it's just more of a target speaker. But yeah, just when you put so obviously I've took the thing off it there, but the rest of it looks waterproof, but that kind of doesn't look waterproof. I don't know. But yeah, I was led to believe they were, but I'm just a bit frightened to actually do it. But the sound got better when I did the media kit. Plus, I use Adobe Premiere Plus as the editing, so you can kind of take humming and hissing out of the sound as well. I know it would be interesting, that wouldn't it? Right next to an algae wafer or something like that, or in the shrimp tank. But then again, you see, I can do it right now anyway, and do a time lapse on a shrimp lolly, which I've done a few times, to be perfectly honest. But they're always quite decent videos. Time lapse on shrimp feeding on like shrimp, the sticks. And I did one. The first time I ever did one, there was more. Honestly, I got loads of. I did it as it's like it ended up being like a 30-second short time lapse of the shrimp lolly getting eaten, and I got more comments about one snail. Right, yeah, because over the 30 seconds, I think I was filming for like an hour, but this snail had kind of like made his way around all the way through the shot, and he stayed in the shot for me for pretty much the whole hour of filming. But obviously on a time lapse, it was only 30 seconds. It was like rapid buzzing around, and I got more comments on this snail than anything. It was quite comical. I like about snails as well, the way they can move around the tank really fast by like taking air. Have you ever seen them do it? And take air in, and then they just float around, and then they come down. There is a video on. There is definitely a short on where snails it looks like it's trying to land on one. It does, and it's caught in like the flow, and it's trying to land. It's proper mad. It's like a plane trying to land in the wind. They do interest with snails. Has anyone got mystery snails? Has anyone got them? I want to know if they do lay white, them stupid, horrible white eggs. Kind of hoping they don't. wonder if a video inside the tank would be something a bit different, wouldn't it? Especially now I've changed the rainbow tank around as well. I'll be honest, Reese, I looked into opening my own shop as well. I have looked into that in the past. I was like early 20s. I looked into there's a shop down at the bottom of the road where I live. That's where I'd looked at setting one up. It was, I'd love to have done that, set up my own aquarium. It'd be different, Tracy, wouldn't it? It'd be different. Set one up in the tank. Probably help keep it cool as well, because that's the only problem I have with the GoPro is they just overheat really quick. Yeah, it's mystery snails. I'm just intrigued. I actually don't think that they do lay white eggs. So nearite snails lay the white eggs, don't they? But they need brackish water, so they'd never hatch. So they become unsightly. I don't like the white eggs. But like I say, Richard on Fishkeeping Answers has brought a video out about snails today. And he was on about breeding mystery snails. So I think they must be like normal, like jelly eggs, if you will. I know, Tracy. I know. It's just like I say, the actual battery cover it just doesn't. The battery cover doesn't look like it's waterproof. It doesn't, and I'll show you why. I'll show you what's put in. What I know, I think I've actually seen that they are waterproof, but what puts me off is obviously I take the cap off anyway. So the battery cover clips onto that little metal rod there, and then just clips in. And let's see if I don't know where the. Right, so I'll show you. I am like, I'm kind of intrigued now that about the waterproof bit. So the cover's back on now, but if you look, can you see that gap there? See that gap there? To me, it's letting water in all day, that, you know? They lay out the water. Oh, do they? Oh, man, that's like them pink horrible legs then at the top. But see what I mean about that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It frightens me to think putting it in. Just doesn't look watertight. It just doesn't look watertight. You see what I mean, don't you? It doesn't look right, does it? Doesn't. I don't know. Thing is, you do it. If I put it in and it breaks, that's it. No more videos. So I'd like to use someone else's. I have one of my mates, like I say, he's got a GoPro 10 and he sticks his on this. It's got a, what do you call them? Little helicopter things that fly about. Look out, drone. He's got it on a drone. He's got an amazing drone. Does some great footage. He tunes it into his phone so it follows him. Does a lot of running and that, fell running. And so the drone follows him everywhere. It's pretty decent, to be honest. They're made for they're made for surfing. I know, mate, but I don't know. I have an 8. I'll put it in the tank. Just look at the battery cover, Will. Honestly, they don't look waterproof, mate. It's kind of like frightening, really. They don't look waterproof. I'd do it if I had a backup camera where I could carry on filming, but if I put it in and it leaks and it broke the camera, that'd be it. YouTube done, you know. So I'm just it's something I wouldn't like to try unless I had a backup. In time, I'd like to go better on the cameras and that, but price of cameras is just extortionate, isn't it? And because I'd like some of my videos, I'd like to so I obviously just talk into the camera, but I'd like to have 2 cameras set up, you know, so you've got 2 different angles. So like the video could like change sometimes, just little things that they do on TV. Just change the camera angle a little bit sometimes while you're talking. Just something I'd like to add, but it just all comes with time and expense. So but yeah, underwater would be a great one if I had a backup plan, a backup camera as well. I think that's probably why they overeat a lot, mate, because they're probably used to for going in water. But when I've filmed for, I do every now and again, I do like screensaver videos. So like started a few years ago. I'd gone to my mate's taking in Christmas presents for his kids, and he was playing the Netflix fireplace through his TV, and I was like, "What's that? What's that? Netflix fireplace? Do people watch that?" He's like, "Yeah, millions, hundreds of millions of views or something like that." I was like, "Wow." So it kind of made me think, film the tanks, put them on YouTube. So I do that from time to time. I should really do the rescaped rainbow tank now, really, but put them on. It's just like sometimes I have to film it in 3 lots because they'll turn off after 20 minutes because they overheat. So you have to take the battery out and do it from charging and try and film it just on charge without the battery in. So there's air getting in there and you can kind of get an hour. But that's the only problem with the GoPro. They overheat way too easy. Qua, thanks for joining us, buddy. How are you doing? Qua, was it you that said fish keeping answers? Keeping fish simple was talking about me. I'm not sure. Someone came in stream the other day and said that. What video was he? Did he mention me on, mate? I just want to check it out. I want to see what he said. Garden Mechanics. Good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Because I've kind of looked through some of his videos and thought, what video would he kind of talk about me on? You know what I mean? It was like, and before I go through watch, I just want to see what he said. Hannah, good evening from Russia. Hope you're doing well. It was on a video where he was collaborating with another fish keeper who keeps rainbows. All right, okay. Oh man. I want. Oh God, I just want to see it. Yeah, Hannah, I'm all good. I'm all good. It is coming to the end of the stream, guys. It is, but we'll stay around for a few more minutes. But yeah, tired now, to be perfectly honest. Oh, working all day. I'm intrigued. I know, mate. You always come in at the end. Look at my history and see if I can find it for you. Yeah, quite if you can. Yeah, and try and get it over to me on Insta, something like that. I'm just intrigued, mate. You know what I mean? It's one of them when someone comes in and says that, kind of what gets said. It's all aquarium based, Hannah. Well, it's an aquarium. It's like a fish keepers club, so we get people from all over the world coming in. Australia, Canada, America. I think we've had Brazil in, Norway, Belgium, all over the place. So we get people coming in, we discuss all kinds of topics regarding aquariums. It ends up sometimes going all over the place, really. But stick around, especially if you're into aquariums, mate. It's good. We get people that breed. At the moment, we've got Reese in. He breeds guppies. We have a guy that comes in that breeds seahorses. So we've had betta breeders in. We get all kinds of different types of knowledge in this game, really. It's quite honoured at the amount of different people that we get in and what their knowledge is on different aspects of this hobby. So it's all good. It's all good. Just wish Keeping Fish Simple would promote a video. How good would that be? That is what when someone who's got like hundreds of thousands of subs, that's what makes a channel, I suppose, really. Or gives it one hell of a boost anyway. But it would be nice if he's been talking about my channel. It would be nice if he promoted a vid. It's not something you can ask though. But yeah, mate, if you could check for your history, kind of intrigued. It's nice to hear what he says, because I have looked for his channel and like his live streams for ages ago, so it must have been a live stream that he's collaborated that someone else has set up. So I don't think that'd end up on his channel. But yeah, it'd be good to see what he says. Be good to see what he says. So we are back Wednesday evening, guys, 8 p.m. GMT, which I believe is 3 p.m. EST. I then launch a video on Thursday at 3:15 UK times, and then we do the fish club meetings again at 8 p.m. on Friday. Saturday, unfortunately, there won't be a fish club meeting this week because Christmas shopping. So great. Christmas shopping. There's nothing I hate more than Christmas shopping, I'll be honest. Kind of does my head in. But once that's out of the way, then we can look at how many fish we're getting from Tropco. So it's all good. It is coming up to 10 o'clock, guys. Can't we just cancel Christmas? You know what, mate? I wish we could. Kind of, I'm not a Grinch. I'm not like anti-Christmas. I'm not a massive fan of Christmas. And it's I think, one, because I've done like 20 years working in retail. So if you work in retail, Christmas is just a blooming nightmare for you. 8 years of that was working as a butcher. So you can imagine a butcher's life at Christmas time is just horrendous. So I think my jobs kind of put me off Christmas all round. But then they don't help when they start playing Christmas music in November on the radio. It's like, wouldn't mind, but it's all the same 6 Christmas songs. So by the time Christmas comes, you're sick of it. So, oh yeah, it does my head in. Yeah, try and pop in on Wednesday, Tracy. It's been nice having you in. All I want for Christmas is more guppies. All I want for Christmas is my Tropco order. So yeah, I want that. I want that before Christmas for sure. Same tunes all day, every day. Don't it do your head in, mate? Don't it just peck? Oh God. So cheers, guys. Anyway, at least we're not the only person that's sick of Christmas ads, mate. Christmas ads from like September. Oh, crazy. Well, see you soon, mate. We'll probably speak on Instagram anyway. Cheers, guys. Cardinals are running out. What was I out to, me? Cheers for everyone that's been in tonight, guys. It's been really nice talking to you all. See you Wednesday, hopefully at 8 o'clock. Until then, be good, be careful,